Well, some good news coming in from Manchester is that the Qataris are due to fly to Manchester next week to talk to the Rain Group after an invitation has been sent to them and other three bidders that want to take over Manchester United. Welcome to United Matters channel. In this episode, we are really digesting the contact that United has made with the Hurricane in the pursuit of the English national team captain in the summer. And lastly, Ighalo has gone ahead and advised Victor Osimhen to come and join Manchester United in the summer. So smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Tomorrow we are playing Rio Betis. The manager of Rio Betis has gone ahead and said certain things about Manchester United as he's so much afraid of us, and I think that will come in through in the press conference reaction after Erik ten Hag has really hailed it. And remember, it's Marcus Rashford that is going to join him as a player to really talk to the media. I think very many hot questions are going to be posed, and I believe it's really going to be so much important as far as this game of football is concerned. Now, let's start it off with Hurricane. There is a reporter at the Manchester Evening News known as Liam Wood. He has told us that Manchester United have made initial contact with Tottenham Hotspur over a proposed £100 million swap for England captain Harry Kane. According to reports, having allowed Ronaldo to leave mid-season, United have yet to settle on a permanent replacement for Cristiano Ronaldo. That's it, because to be factual, Ronaldo left in a bad way. It was undesirable for him to match out that way, but he called for it. He called for his sacking from Manchester United and is down in Saudi Arabia just harvesting his money. And we've not yet gotten in a replacement for Ronaldo, not even for Ronaldo, but for Edson Cavani. Remember, every team that is elite is supposed to be having 3 center forwards, meaning that Erik ten Hag needs to get in center forwards as soon as possible because they've costed us. When you look at the number of goals that we are scoring, I think in the Premier League, we are 8th in the conversion rate, but we've created close to 354 chances, and I think we've scored 48 goals only. Is it? Are they 48 in the Premier League? So it shows you that our conversion rate is really still low. Teams like Man City have created 420 chances. They've scored close to 68 goals. It shows you how much teams are really scoring, and that's because of Haaland. Because Haaland single-handedly, he's having close to 27 goals out of the 60 they've scored. So it shows you that when you're having a center forward, Rashford will be scoring in 20 and the forward will be scoring in like 20 also. If at all you have 3 players that can get you 20 goals a season, then you can surely dream of winning the title and winning the likes of the Champions League in there for you. Now, United have made initial contact over a proposed £100 million. Now, this is where I come in through and really say, Harry Kane, I love him, he's a very good player, but if at all you're going to buy him at £100 million, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And anyone masterminding that deal must be insane. He's not sane. When you look at Gonçalo Alves, yes, yesterday he scored 2 goals. I think he has more to offer to the game than Harry Kane. He's just 21 years of age, and even the manager of Portugal that was sacked found himself in a position of really benching Ronaldo to start him, and he never disappointed. He scored a hat-trick in that round of 16 game against Switzerland. So he's a very good player. He presses very well and is just out of this world. Now, even the United correspondent Neil Curtis for The Sun has confirmed that United are confident on signing Harry Kane this summer with contact already made. United made contact with Kane's camp through a third party. So, to me, I believe Ten Hag doesn't. Kane might be on the list of the forwards that Erik ten Hag is wanting, but he's not that kind of striker that would have loved to get, because if you spend £100 million on a 30-year-old striker, for how long is going to be playing the game of football? I understand that there is a narrative that very many players have said, like Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, look at Luka Modric, and very many others, that now a player can play until the age of 36, 37. I won't find myself in a conclusive manner over this idea, because I know that Harry Kane can play the ball until 35 years of age at top level. Why? If at all he maintains his body very well, he can find himself in positions of really being at the club of Manchester United for the next 5 years. Look at Casemiro. He plays in a very, 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 very needing role that requires a lot of energy, but we gave him a 5-year deal. He came in at the age of 30. Now, if at all you can get in a CDM who is 30 years and give him that amount of that contract at that wavelength, then I think they might be considering the same narrative to bring in Harry Kane, who is 30, and buy him at £100 million from Tottenham Hotspur. Remember, Harry Kane is left with 15 months on his contract, and I think United just wanted to intervene immediately and really inform Harry Kane that we are in need of you, and when you come to Manchester United, you are guaranteed with winning trophies, because he has not won any trophy, and it's so much shaming for his career, because having scored 20 goals per season for the last eight seasons plus, he must be one of those that should be lifting trophies, because those goals that he's scoring, if at all he's in a very decent side, they can help the side win the trophy. Look at Marcus Rashford. Rashford can score 30 goals from the wide area, and that's where he plays best. That's where he prefers to play. Then Harry Kane is also good and can get you close to 30 goals a season. And the beauty of Harry Kane is that Jose Mourinho transformed him into a striker that can create chances for others. Look at what he's doing for Kulusevski, Son Heung-min at Tottenham Hotspur, and very many other players. So I think Rashford can benefit from his hold-up play a lot, and maybe Ten Hag has just gotten convinced by Richard Arnold, because Richard Arnold is the man that is masterminding this. He wants to bring Harry Kane to Old Trafford, and they are doing this because he's English, and they know that if at all you get in Harry Kane, you are going to sell very many shirts in England, and obviously you are going to be one of the most supported teams in England. Obviously, we are one of the most supported teams in England, the world, but there is that aspect attached to it in the signing of Harry Kane. But for my case, I still maintain my stand that, to me, I would go Benjamin Sesko, Goncalo Alves, Victor Osimhen, and then Harry Kane comes last. Why? Are we going to be having the money? That's it. If the budget provides that provision of signing Harry Kane, right, if Harry Kane approves it, if Ten Hag approves it, then it will be okay, because we are all having this belief for the team of Manchester United because of the manager, Eric Ten Hag. It's not because of anyone else. We've suffered, and Eric Ten Hag has shown us that we can come out from the face of death after facing it, and obviously rescue us from it. We've survived death because of Eric Ten Hag in the game of football. That's it. He has taken us to the next level, and we believe in everything he's telling us. Now, for Victor Osimhen, a fellow Nigerian player who played for Manchester United, has gone ahead to advise him to come in through and really play for the club of Manchester United. That is Odion Ighalo. He said, I think it's a good fit. I think it's a good fit because he's a young boy. He runs and scores goals. Having Osimhen and Rashford in the top at Manchester United will cause any defender panic, because they are two fast players and they are goal scorers. That is Odion Ighalo on Victor Osimhen's move to Manchester United. He went ahead to say, I think Victor Osimhen will fit in Manchester United so well. If he asked for my opinion and what should he do, I would advise him to join Manchester United, because for me, they are the biggest club, obviously, in the world. That is Odion Ighalo, and that influence might be there, by the way. But even if that influence is going to be there, it will all go back on money. A team where Victor Osimhen plays for, Napoli, doesn't negotiate. It's like Shakhtar Donetsk. When they set a price, or when they set the asking price of the player, they don't change. They've said Victor Osimhen's at £133 million. Now, will United be able to do the needful and really clear out that amount of money and getting the player, we all leave it for the future, because like it all note, in the summer United need to sign a world-class striker at the club of Manchester United. Now, what we need to sign all those players that Ten Hag wants is money. It's money, not so? Now, the Glazers can no longer fund these transfers, and they can no longer sustain the club financially, and they are willing to sell. And obviously we've taken another huge step into the sale of Manchester United, as the Rain Group have invited at least 4 bidding groups into the second round, with the Qatari group fronted by Sheikh Jassim bin Ahad Al Thani thought to be favorite ahead of Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos. Now, this is a very huge step that this process has taken. The Rain Group that was given the role by the Glazers to see the takeover of Manchester United have gone ahead to invite these people to come in and obviously talk to them, I think, personally. And we've been told that the Qatar-based bid for Manchester United will fly to Manchester next week. Those from Sir Jim Ratcliffe team are also due to visit United as US bankers Rain Group seek to thrash out a deal. Now, positivity is increasing and optimism is high that this deal is going to get done. No way the Glazers are really going to start Manchester United, because even if they get an investment, that will mean that their money will be really reduced, because dividends are going to be shared. And why do you go ahead to share dividends when you're having someone who's willing to give you 6 billion? I think Qataris are the favorites for this, because they made their initial bid of £5 billion and they are willing to take it to 6. Sir Jim Ratcliffe looks like he can't stretch anymore. So, them flying to Manchester at Old Trafford shows you that there is a very, very, very huge chance that at the beginning of April, United takeover is going to be done. This is the most important step of the deal. Why? They are going to sieve out what the club is all about, and they'll have to look at the structure of the club, Old Trafford, Carrington, and then decide on whether they are willing to sell, they are willing to buy, and how much they are willing to invest in the club. Maybe the Glazers this time around might make something right, but to me, I don't trust them, because you can't tell me that they are in a better position to decide on who is going to take over Manchester United. If they've failed to do this for the last 17 years, how are they fit to really make a right decision for the takeover of Manchester United? Me as Rokani, out of those that are in, I think Qataris are better. And most of you like the Qataris. Though the English press looks like they're wanting Sir Jim Ratcliffe, but he doesn't have the money that is required for the transformation of Manchester United. The justification of this takeover should be hinged onto clearing the debts, building the stadium, improving the facilities at Carrington, and obviously willing to put there a budget to help the manager do the needful, to improve the academy, to see to it that we have one of the most attractive academies in the world, like Man City. You know that sons of players of Manchester United are at the academy of Manchester City. They would have loved to see them at Manchester United Academy, but because we are not here to that elite level and we are lacking facilities, that's why it is happening like that. So I believe this is another huge step taken by Manchester United, and obviously we are waiting to see how everything is really going to go on and really pan out. Again, Mike Keegan, you know him very well. He's so much close to this deal, has told us that there remains a quiet confidence among the Qatar best for Manchester United, which is viewed in some quarters as favorites. That's it. It's not just viewed in some quarters as favorites, but they are the favorites. They have the money and they are willing to really take this club and transform this club to the next level. So guys, I think that's the first story of the day. I think today we're really going to be having a marathon because there is a press conference. We are having the press conference reaction of Erik Ten Hag. So we are going to be doing lots of stories today. And Rashford is joining him with the press conference, so keep it at that. Now, lastly, I've just gotten this from Mike Keegan. He's a sports news correspondent for the Mail Sport. He has confirmed to us that it's unlikely that Sheikh Jassim, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, all United owners, the Glazer family will be present at the summits next week. Instead, senior financial and executive figures from bidders and United and Rain Group are set to exchange information. So it looks like however much the Qataris are going to fly in there for you, that means their representatives financially and executive figures will be there to represent them. So guys, your thoughts on United contacting Harry Kane are welcome in the comment section below. Ighalo advising Osimhen to join Manchester United. Would you love Osimhen at Manchester United? And would you fancy United to spend £134 million on the Nigerian born striker that is really tearing up the Serie A and the Champions League? And lastly, Qataris are jetting in. Are you moved? Are you joyed about the latest move of the Qataris in the club of Manchester United? All that and more into the comment section below. I remain Rokan David. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe, smashing it in the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. I sign out for now. See you later, my lovely mates. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly, guys. I had forgotten to say that because Lord is God. He's our living hope. That's it. Bye-bye.